Hey, you guys, we are back to do Love After Lockup. Now, y'all, no, we didn't actually, we right on time because the last season we did that one. So, yeah, I guess the other ones be Life After Lockup and all that other stuff. But, yeah, so we back, y'all, we back. Child, we back.
That was a lot of rambling.
Yeah, okay. Well, stay tuned for more.
We keep it real. Expressing how we feel. Whoa. So come on in and feel some tea. Join the KoEd family. We're about relationships and review. Making it fun just for you. So go with God, let God go with you. It's time for Kourtney and Eddie.
I was put God
first.
Hey guys, what's going on? This is Eddie, eBook. How y'all doing tonight?
What's wrong with you?
Oh man, stomach hurt.
Yeah,
yes. So welcome back to another video of Kourtney and Eddie. I'm Eddie, aka eBook. This is my lovely wife right here. What's your name, baby?
Courtney, also known as Coco.
This right here is Kourtney and Eddie. This channel is all about relationships. It's all about reviews and entertainment. And tonight we're gonna be doing our first review of the new season of Love After Lockup. We did it last season. We thought it was pretty entertaining. We didn't get the views we wanted, but we're going to try to shoot for it again. So hopefully we got views up. And yes, we are 3 days or 3 weeks behind. We get this the third episode. But my wife, with her diligent working, watched all 3 episodes. I just watched 2.
All right, so if you're brand new to this channel and subscribe yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure you hit the like and share it on all your different platforms as well. All right, now let's get into it. Like he said that we are on episode 3, but I'll give you the backstory, so I kind of know the couples and all that stuff.
Yeah,
whatever.
and she's giving y'all the backstory.
Why are you talking like a soft pimp?
And I'm just gonna sit here in the corner and chill until she get y'all up to date with all the backstories. You dig?
No,
Go ahead, baby.
So we're gonna start out. I think her name is pronounced Quiana, and she got Damodrick. These names, child. So we're gonna start out with them. Now, Damodrick was arrested for a firearm and under felony indictment.
Do you have to give off the charges to the people, baby?
Yeah, I'm just so they'll know. He got 5 children.
He got 5?
And he 20. Can you please talk to the Eddie? I need the other Eddie to come back, child, because this was soft pimp when I can't deal, not the whole show.
That is, he's not feeling well today.
Well, so, bring him back in all his ailments and sickness and tell the people that you.
So Pimp E has to step in.
I don't like him.
So go ahead.
So she's 27. He is 29 years old. So he got 5 kids, and she a hairstylist and a pharmacy tech. So, just going back, it seems as though, he really and truly, this man ain't trying to be serious with this girl because he go back and forth with his baby mama. And the baby mama excited that he finna get out, and she been posting on her social medias and stuff like that because she ready to hit him up and stuff. And even he kind of said that his baby mama still got a thing for him. So, I think he just torn like a lot of these guys that get out. They end up friending somebody when they in jail, and then they want a home to come to, but then they still want to have that cake and eat it too. Now, their relationship, they've been knowing each other ever since, before he got locked up. They was like, I guess, high school sweethearts or something like that or whatever. So, yeah, it seems as though, this ain't going to work. So, yeah, they go, her and her pop, whatever she call him, G-pop or whatever she call her stepdaddy. So they go and try to, get his things from over his folks' house or whatever. And her and his sister don't get along because she feel like she side with the baby mama. And the baby mama be disrespecting her. One of them baby mamas, because he got 5, I think 5, 6 children by 3 different baby mamas. So anyway, so fast forwarding it to I think the second episode, it seems as though that they going down there to, get him out. And it seemed like the folks ain't gonna let him out. They ain't gonna let him out at all. It seemed like he gotta go. They pick him up and then he goes straight to
the halfway house, baby. He went to the halfway. Stop. He went to the halfway house, and when she tried to go see him in the halfway house, they said no, you can't see the man. he's gonna have to stay here for a little bit. And she was very, very, very highly upset. You can see in the video as she was crying to her stepdad, Pop Pop. And Pop Pop was saying, man, we don't know what's going on. We don't understand how the system is working. They should let this dude out. But the system said, no, my dude, no. He has to stay in for some more days. And so she was highly upset. So go ahead, babe, do what you do.
So it seems as though that when they was out there waiting for him to go in, it was like 2.5 hours, and the folks was like, he got to stay here.
I just said
Okay,
that,
I wasn't paying attention because I ain't like that little soft voice. So yeah, he got to stay here. She was getting upset and she was crying and stuff, but she said that she done spent about $20K. Sending him $20K. And
you sure it wasn't $2K, baby?
No, she said 20.
$20K. And that's a true pimp there. You get a woman to spend $20K on you and you're not being serious with this woman, that's pimpsation right there.
And the baby mom was like, I don't know what he tripping about, because I don't know what the girlfriend tripping about, because when he already got DMs, like women that already hit her up and excited that this dude finna get out. So it's crazy. It's crazy. So yeah these folks, what they said, they ain't loyal. He ain't no loyal.
These hoes ain't loyal. I should told you that. That's right down my wheelhouse right there, baby. You did.
So let's move on to Joy and Michael. So Joy and Michael, it seems like they used to be on that Udi. I say that Udi, that Oodle.
What?
Udi drugs. What they call it? Udi.
Udi.
Oodle.
Oodle.
I don't know. I ain't know. Never been on. So anyway, so Joy is waiting on Michael. Michael is 40 years old and he is incarcerated because he was arrested for intent to deliver and drug trafficking and stuff. So yeah. And Joy is a real estate broker coordinator. So, and he's 48 years old. So it seems as though that they used to do that stuff together. Now, Joy got his life right. Michael went on and continued to do the things that he was doing and ended up there. But, Joy's father feel like that once he get back with Michael, then he gonna go back to them streets doing what he was doing.
That makes so much sense there. You gotta understand, Joy got his life together. Now he's out there making moves and selling real estate. And Michael, he's still in that game. He's still playing that game. And I'm like Joey daddy. He feels like if Joy get with Michael, he gonna go right back in that game. And he don't want his son to go back in that game. But Michael, he hasn't left the game. And that's a deadly, deadly, deadly combination there.
So Joy was saying that Michael been in prison and since he was 24 years old and he's 40.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Once sometimes you get caught up in the system, it's hard for you to leave the system. He's a what you call it? Professional system dweller. You did, baby.
So it seems as though that Michael not sure if he wants to be in a monogamous relationship with Joy. Now Joy is all in, and he's just like, hey, I'm just ready to be in a relationship. Hey, I'm ready to do all the things that folks do in a relationship, have sex and stuff. But he don't know that Michael was saying that he don't want to be in a committed relationship. But he, of course, looking for shelter, honey, somewhere to go. So also, it seems as though they're not sure how the chemistry gonna be, because when they were intimate, honey, they was all high and stuff. So they not sure now that they, gonna be,
once they
sober.
Once they off the sauce, they don't know how it's gonna be. So that's understandable. Because sometimes when you're on that sauce, you don't know what's going on. You did.
Yeah, Michael said that he been out 8 times and went back in now.
Like I said, he's a permanent system dweller, meaning that he dwells in the system permanently. You did, baby. You get me, baby?
Yeah. So now let's move on to Brooke. And this Brooke chick get on my nerves. So Brooke is 30 years old. She got 2 children. And JK, that got 4 teeth, is 31 years old.
No, baby. It's teeth, not teeth.
And JK is 31 years old, and he was in there for manufacturing delivery of controlled substance.
Meaning slanging.
Okay, well, he must have slung some through his and knocked his teeth out.
He slung a tooth here and there, huh?
Talking about 31, he looked like he a little older than 31, Chad. And then he seemed like he got a little sauce.
Yes, you noticed that too, David? You noticed that? Cause he was talking in the back seat, and I saw his hands do
Would you
stuff like
stop?
that.
Stop doing that and
Hey.
come out of character.
Hey,
Okay.
you know you don't supposed to put your hands on the pimp. You know
This
that.
video is so sucking. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. So anyway, so let's go back. So JK is getting out. He got out and he got this shirt on and stuff. And well, let's go back. Let me go back. Okay, so she is headed with his mama to go and pick him up. Now, the mama saying, "Listen, you know, I get the first hug. That is my child. You know, he a mama's boy and stuff. So you know, they sleeping in the same bed and all that stuff, whatever. And she never met his mama before, so this the first time. And so yeah, they headed to pick him up. Now, the thing is that okay. It's just too much, honey. This is really a
Take your time,
Maury
baby.
Povich.
Yeah, take your
So
time.
it seems as though that her roommate is friends with JK. So her roommate, and so the roommate needed somewhere to stay, and so Brooke is the one that she's staying with. I think JK worked that out or whatever. So she don't know the roommate like that because it's really more JK friend. But the thing is that the roommate was also best friends with JK ex-girlfriend Alex, and Alex cheated on JK because with the roommate forgot her name. The roommate is the one that told JK that my best friend Alex is cheating on you, and she had the recordings and all that stuff, whatever. So she ride or die for JK, period. And I think she said that she used to date JK back in high school. It was too much. It's way too much.
That's too much. It's way too much. You know, that's just a lot of moving parts there. And hopefully, you know, the mama will step in and just stop all of that.
So it seems as though that, in my opinion, JK not in love with Brooke. Now Brooke is there for him, and he wanted somebody to be, but he more still in love with Alex because he was saying Alex want him back, and it seemed like he'll go back to her.
That's the way it be, baby. You know, they use these people just to buy time while they're in there.
Yeah.
So when they get out, they want to go back to the person they got that true connection with. So they just use these people. You know, y'all got to dig that, baby. They got to dig it, but they're not digging it.
So it seems as though that what's her name? Brooke said if Alex come, she may put her hands on her. You know, trying to fight the girl or whatever. That's why she so adamant about, to me, in my opinion, is letting this man, you know, put a baby in her, even though she got 2 children already. There ain't no telling them different baby daddies. But she ready for this man to put a baby in her, I think, to try to lock him in so he won't go back to that other girl, and that other girl won't try it.
I can't say this, baby.
Hey, but can you seriously stop that character, please?
This is not a character. This is who I am.
Okay, that ain't who I mean.
All I'm saying is this, okay? Ladies, y'all got to be stopping jumping to this, I want him to put a baby in me when you get out of jail. What's up with that? Y'all trying to lock these guys down because he put a baby in you don't mean he's going to be locked down. You know what I'm saying, baby? You dig it? You dig it?
So the mama was saying that she really and truly don't understand the rush. And plus, you know, JK getting out. He been locked up a long time.
I thought it was 6 years.
Yeah, I don't know where they're saying the little thing how long he been locked up. But yeah, so it seems as though that he really and truly, the mama think that, you know, he got other girlfriends. He need to play the field. He need to get out. He need to enjoy his life, get a job, do all of those things, and he don't need to be tied down. But this little girl, because she acting like a little girl, even though they're the same age, she up there, I want to have a baby and stuff like that or whatever. And so when he get out, he got this shirt on that said husband, daddy, protector. Now she up there highlight the daddy part because it seems as though he do want a child, but the mama saying you need to wait. Yeah, he was in there 6.5 years. So, but yeah, he was just talking about, just giving a background. He grew up in church, you know, I guess he was the good boy and all that stuff, whatever. He started hanging around the wrong people at the age of 13, you know, his life started spiraling, and that's how he ended up where he and stuff. So it seems as though in the backseat, he was just calling this PO person and said that, you know, he got to be on house arrest, and the person said, yeah, you can go get something to eat, but then after that, you got to go straight home. So as they sitting there eating, what's her name? Brooke whooped us. I'm baby, baby, baby. The mom was like, listen, that's too much. Y'all need to stop all that. They get on my nerve, Go ahead, whoever you is.
Oh, Pimp E. Yeah, Brooke's doing too much. She acting way too thirsty here. Let that man breathe. I'm with the mama here. Let this man breathe. You want this man to fill you up and put a baby in you so you lock him down because you are threatened by the other woman. You know what happens when you feel threatened by the other woman? The pimp will use you. He's gonna take advantage of that situation. That's what he's trying to do. So I'm with the mama here. What do you think, baby? You dig that?
So now let's move on to Brooklyn and Brian. So she met him when they was in high school. She liked him. They went, they went out and all that stuff, whatever. But he went to.
I'm sorry, baby. Tell them what you said about when she was standing out there on the curb.
I ain't got to that part yet, but I do want to say that Brian, he's 27 years old, and Brooklyn is 27 as well. So it seems as though that he was locked up for aggravated robbery and firearms in a motor vehicle and stuff. But yeah, so just talking about their past, she, so it seems as though he was locked up for 6 years, and they, I guess, tried to flirt with each other. I don't know if they actually was in a relationship before he got locked up.
No, they wasn't.
Okay, and so she was just saying that her mom had died when she was like 2 years old, so it's just her and her brother, and she got a trust fund. So she got money, honey. It seemed, I don't know what she did with the money.
No, it didn't go down that way, baby. What happened was she had a trust fund, but somebody screwed the money over. She never got that money.
Oh, okay. So her brother is afraid that really and truly that this man just wants somebody to take care of him. So he not really sure why he here. So her brother and her go back and forth because, he not sure that this man with you for the right reason, so that's something that you need to take in consideration. So she called him and like, do you love, well, I guess he called her, whatever. So like, do you love me and stuff? So now she's second guessing herself, on, this man motives. Was you finna say something?
No, you go ahead, baby.
So anyway, fast forwarding into, because that was like episode 2 or something like that or whatever. So now on this episode, she is on the way to get her man out. But the thing is that she want to see him, but he got to go straight to the halfway house. So she was hoping that if she's standing out there that, the folks would say, hey, you can see him, get a hug or something. But they said, psych.
She looked like a big black stop sign. She drove.
Let me tell you something. For women, if you don't know, and I mean, I had to be told this. I've always been a small figure, always had a small frame, when I got menopause, then I started, gaining weight. But, as far as me, I've always had a small figure. Now, even when I went to, like I say, my stylist, a boutique, she owned a boutique or whatever. And I was trying on some things and she was asking me, I tried on like what they call like a fitted dress, or whatever. She was like, you wearing a spank with it, right? Like you wearing some, because I really didn't have much showing, but we as women, we have lumps, we have humps, and we have bumps. It's just the way our body is not all smooth like that. So if you're not wearing a spank, then you're gonna see all the lumps and the bumps, regardless if you're big or small. And I just feel that women need to embrace more of a spank. I know a long time ago they called it a girdle, just to make sure that your figure is like smooth out. So I'm sitting up there saying, Brooklyn, girl, you on the corner with all your lumps and your bumps. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with all of you. That's all of you. That's who you are. But baby, put that stuff together in a more of a frame. She's sitting up there with all that, just that in the back, and sitting on the corner. Oh, is that him? Is that him? Is that? I'm like, girl.
Yeah.
Y'all got to teach these younger girls, like women, older women, teach the younger girl. That's what the Bible said. Teach the younger ones.
Yeah, I agree with you, baby. I do. Yeah, Brooklyn's not a bad looking woman. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, even some guys I know should wear some Spanx. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest with you guys, dude. Y'all need to wear Spanx too, especially when you get older. things don't hang like they used to or stay in place like they used to. You know, we get that middle age spread also, or what we call it a little beer belly, you know, cause your testosterone slows down and all that goes to your gut, you know, but you know, so I'm just saying, no shade, we just trying to give you a PSA. You dig?
Mm.
You dig, baby?
So she saw him pass by and stuff, and so I thought she was gonna follow the van, but you know, so he
Oh,
ended
can I
up
be honest with you?
what?
I thought she was gonna jump in the middle of the street. Wait!
So anyway, so she get in the her vehicle and stuff, and he called her and she was like, well, can you just come out, give me a hug, kiss, finger touch, ET, something? He was like, nah, I can't do that. So she said, well, I'm finna drop off some of your stuff. She did, and they gave her some of his stuff. And so when she got in the car, she was like, what is this? You know, and the producer like, what is it? Hold on, because she getting her feelings on it. And so I don't know. We can see who
I
they
know it
blurted
was.
out. What was it?
A pimp always knows the evidence, and this evidence shows that it was a Jet magazine centerfold. That's what it looked like to me. So yeah, it was Jet magazine centerfold. Cause you know in prison that's what they use in Jet magazine centerfold.
No, that didn't look
Woo!
like that.
I'm telling my age, ain't it?
That not right. They don't even have that no more. No, it looked like maybe he was pen paling some girl or something, and the girl was sending him pictures, and so she was like, "Who is this big booty girl?" and stuff. So it kind of went off like that because he, you know, called her back, and so we'll see, honey, how they go. So now let's move on to Savannah and Bradley, child. This, honey, anyway. So Savannah is 27 years old and Bradley is 28, and a lot of these people on here don't have kids, which is a very good thing. So it seems as though he was in there for transportation of a firearm. They also, and I guess I can say I would give a little of these people some break because a lot of these women met these men before they went in, which is a good thing. It ain't like some of them, you know, met them online and pen pal and all that stuff, whatever. So it seems as though when Bradley get out, he got a roofing job, which is good. You know, I think it's something that her mama set up for him, but he on his way to meet her mama. Now he is upset because he's ready to go straight to, I guess, take a shower, do all the things, whatever. But you know, and her mama embraced him, and I think he was a little shocked by that because you know I think him and her mom had some words before he got out. But you know, she seems to be like the people that you know some people go to when they get out, kind of like a reforming or something like that. She kind of encouraged the people when they get out of prison. So that's part of her job. And she give them some, you know, encouraging words. And so she's an advocate for people when they get released. So she said that Savannah said that she's very insecure. You know, she was 300 pounds, but she done lost a lot of weight.
Did she not get that surgery done?
Yeah, she did say that she had that.
You can
And
tell.
a tummy tuck.
Yeah, you can tell Savannah got a little money. They got a little bread, some stacks. You know, the mall. You see the house they was in.
Yeah, they in a nice house, like
Yeah.
4-car garage.
It seemed like Savannah's one of them babes that
Spoiled.
Spoiled, got with the wrong crowd, think she was entitled, think she would never get in trouble. But she got got with them drugs and they kind of deal in.
Yeah, because she had lost a lot of weight, and you can see all this in her neck and stuff, and so you know she is in a better place. And so yeah, but it seems as though that she was ride or die with his sister, but his sister seemed to be a manic, like she do, and them eyebrows show that some still not all the way there.
Yeah.
Them eyebrows is show.
His sister is somebody I wouldn't want to have work for me because she is like all over the place. It seems like she's like has some kind of mental issues because she had to go to therapy for it, and she's the type of person that would probably did she say she threw a brick and busted by the windshield?
She said she's embarrassed for that. She was just
she's one of them types, that don't care who see her doing whatever. She busts your windshield, flat your tires. It's like when she gets mad and angry, it's no end to that. Regardless of what goes on, because she did like a stint, a year in jail, right?
I think so, but the other one Savannah did rehab. Yeah. So he said, listen, I'm going to go talk to my sister. Hopefully, you know, Savannah and the sister be in a good place or space to be able to have a conversation, because I got a big party coming up and I don't need my sister up here acting up, because listen, I will disown you and just be with Savannah.
Hold on. Okay. You sure? Yeah, okay. What's going on, y'all? Hey, baby, you okay? Did Pimp E give you a hard time? All right. Oh, yeah.
Hold up. I'm finna go send him over there with the manic sister. So let's see what his eyebrows gonna look like next, because both of y'all getting on my nerves.
But no, Savannah, I'm not Savannah, what's his name? Bradley?
Mm-hmm.
His sister reminds me of my ex.
Mm.
So I know how
her eyebrows look like that.
Probably did. And they are real volatile.
Volatile.
See, if Pimp E was here, he was here, right?
Volatile.
Volatile, yeah. They real volatile, and I understand, because you don't know what's gonna set them off, and that's why Bradley went and sat down and talked to her. Because he want to make sure everything's gonna be kosher when the party happens. Because any slight thing that they are displeased with,
facts,
they will set. They will be set. They can be set off. Okay,
facts. That was what she was saying.
Yeah.
Facts. So yeah. So that right there, I don't know how that's gonna go. And the sister said, "Listen, I can't promise you." Telling the camera crew, "I can't promise you know what's gonna happen at that party. So what's gonna happen? You never know what's gonna set people off. You never know what it's gonna do. So
that's what I'm talking about.
Sister, like she's saying, she here for the shenanigans.
Yeah, the sister saying people like that, they embrace that drama. Mm-hmm. They embrace that toxicity, and she enjoys it. She thrives off of it.
Now, Bradley was telling his friend, listen, I don't know about Savannah. She ready to settle down, have children, get married, all that stuff with her. I want to take it slow, because I already see that she micromanaging. They showed the part. Who is that? Well, tell her, ain't you finna go see him? What you got to talk to him for?
That reminds me of you.
No. I'm not
you,
that.
You do micromanage, son. You really do. Like when Pimp E was here. He told me all what happened. So, yeah, you like to micromanage.
And you like to be just like that sister. So go on over there. Birds of a feather flock together. Go on over there and get your eyebrows arched. So now let's move on to Will and Courtney.
See? Yeah, what I'm saying.
Will ready to put a ring on it. I said that's what them Courtneys make you do, child. They make you put a ring on it. So yeah.
Because you gotta go see them because they crazy.
No. So Will is 33 years old, have no kids, and so he's into IT and he's an app developer. And Courtney, I like the way her name is spelled, with the
2 E's.
Yeah, the N-E-E. So she is 24 years old. Now, first of all, there's a huge age difference, 24 and 33.
Who's 33?
Will.
Okay, 9 years difference.
So she's in jail for stolen vehicle, reckless endangerment. After I said it, then you want to come along and say it, because I said it right the last time. And identity theft. I don't know. Ooh, wait. Theft. So anyway, so those are the things that she's in there for. So Will is FaceTiming, Courtney and everything. And so she said, listen, I got some news to tell you. It seems as though I cannot, what's it called? That's been denied. It's called Interstate Compact or something.
Yeah, Compact.
So that it has been denied. But let me go back and give a little back history with them. So it seems as though he said he met her on
Instagram.
Yeah, he seen her mugshot on Instagram. I didn't even know they put the mugshots like that. And so, he was able to I guess get in touch with her and stuff, and that's how he said, she was cute. He liked the way she looked. I said, that mugshot, we saw that mugshot. It didn't look cute to me, but okay, we'll go with it, honey.
Everybody got their preference, man. If it look cute to him, hey, that's all that matters.
So he said that she been locked up for a year, and she was just saying that when she was in high school, she got around the wrong crowd. And so she enjoyed with talking to Will, because she was like, he's successful. He got all his teeth, because evidently a lot of people been friending her and talking to her, honey. They ain't had their teeth. So she liked that part.
Yeah.
So he told his friend that he done spent about a band on her, about $1,000 or $1,200 on her. I said, well, that's good, but I guess she only been in there a year. So, some people that spent $20K. I was like, well, $1,000, they ain't too bad compared to what others He said that he also been working on the app. He said they've been dating for 6 months, and he's never been in a relationship. He's been in a relationship in 8 years. So he said that he want to talk to her mom about asking to marry her. But so yeah, he also was just saying too that he's an app developer. So talk about that app, Jack. That seemed like something you would like.
Oh, yeah, you want to talk?
Mm-mm.
Hey, yeah, this app he's talking about is right down my wheelhouse, baby. You dig? He's making an app for people that's in furries. If you don't know what a furry is, that's when people dress up like furry animals and get with each other. Okay?
Weird.
Yeah, and that's what he said. He says people think it's a stigma against the furries, the furry community. But they need love too. They want to have love, so I don't see no problem with them having love in a dating app. Let them people be happy. You dig? You dig? You don't dig?
Stop touching me. So
what did I say about putting your hands on Pimp E?
So one thing that he was saying when he was talking to Courtney is that he was saying, well, it seems the only way we can get around this
he has to marry her.
Yeah, he got to marry her.
But that's not guaranteed.
Or he was saying that he would talk to her parole officer about marrying her. And so he was asking her, is that something that you would want to do? And so she was like, yeah. He said, well, you ain't seem too excited about it. She was like, yeah, I would want to. But she talking to us and she was saying, I want to take it slow. I don't want to marry him.
Will, my man, look at me. Look at me, dude. Look at me. This woman don't want you like that. Okay? She wants to get to know you and take it slow. Okay, slow. First of all, it's an age difference. She might think you too old for her. So when she gets out and you get her situated, she might bounce and be with somebody else. Because she's not too excited to get locked down with you. You dig?
Clink, clink.
And when I say locked down, I mean married. So take it slow, my man. Take it slow.
That ain't what you were going to say.
Hey, okay, yeah, you can get okay, E-Dub back there.
You see, what it ain't Pimp E touching on your wife. He touching on, he can't ever come back. You see him all on me?
Yeah, I saw him.
Yeah, okay.
You better leave my woman alone. Yeah, I got to talk to him, man.
So anyway, we'll arrive in Portland. So he's supposed to meet her mom there, Susie. He's supposed to meet and see her for the first time and talk to her. So as they sit down, he give her flowers. I guess he got flowers for Courtney as well. And so she said, well, tell me a little bit about yourself. And so he was telling about, how he grew up and what happened to him.
Yeah, Will dropped out of high school, got his GED. But he was on,
different pills.
He was popping pills, basically, And
in his early 20s.
Yeah, in the early 20s, he went to a lot of raves. Y'all know what a rave is, don't you? House music, electronic music, boom, boom, boom.
And then they be jumping around.
Yeah, got the little, glow sticks and stuff. And that's what
they still have those?
Oh yeah, raves still big, especially in Europe. These big things overseas. But he had a friend that unalived himself, but he begged Will to leave that lifestyle behind before he unalived himself. And so Will, after that happened, he changed his life and got himself together, and got the job at the hospital, and he started developing apps and whatnot. So he got himself clean.
And so, I think he said he'd been clean for like 9, 10 years.
Yeah.
So he wants to tell her, his mom, that, he's thinking about, he want to ask to marry her, So the mom was just telling us that, no, this ain't her daughter type. Normally she's into bad guys, which she probably shouldn't be, because that's probably what led her down this road.
That's why when her mom said that, well, maybe she need to change up, because being with them bad boys got her locked up.
Yeah.
Maybe she do need to get with a nerd.
Yeah. He probably wasn't always like that, because he used to go to them rave parties and stuff like that. But, he was able to change his life, got into an app. He said he not into the furry things, but he seen a need, and that's what it is. Heck, if you see a need for something,
apply what you got for the need,
Yeah. So now let's go on to this sham of a story, child. Let's move on to the threesome. What they call them?
Thruple.
throuple. Let's move on to them, honey, because they is a hot mess, child. So you got Alexis, which is 29 years old. She's a CNA. She's a caregiver, and we got to see some of her. I said, now why is they got the camera crew in this woman house, honey, and she up there is rubbing on the lady leg and all that stuff or whatever. She's supposed to be on duty. So you got Alex. So you got Ashley, was once a stripper. She was a stripper,
Why you
believe
say
it
that?
or not. She said she was a
Oh.
stripper, but she went to a waitress. So she went from stripping to waitressing. And I guess that's when things started changing and she was eating the food, she was waitressing. So then you got Julius. So he is 25 years old and he was in there for drug trafficking. Now you could tell Julius, honey, he looked like a whole little baby on that mug shot that they had, but now he ain't there no more. So he 25, Ashley 31, and Alexis 29.
You got them older women running crazy.
Child, they was looking at that mug shot, honey. So now let's get into it because Julius is playing both women, period. Now he's staying with Alexis, but he is playing both women. So yeah, so now let's go back. So it seems as though Ashley met him kind of by accident. Now Ashley is the former stripper, now waitress. Now she met him by accident. He called her. And so she was like, she answered the phone and she was like, I don't know no inmates, but she thought maybe it was one of her friends that got locked up. So she answered the phone. Because you know when they say we got a call from the inmate and she took it. So when he was talking to her, she said, oh, I think you got the wrong number. But you sound sexy though. You sound cool, So that's how they stayed in touch, So I was like, okay, all right, all right, honey. So that's how they stayed in touch. And she said they've been dating for 2 years, so they never met in person. She said that she got his name tatted on her boob. So we seen Julius, honey. She said she ride or die for him and stuff. So he said that, that he been talking to other women. So he was up front that he been talking to other women and the other women been sending him money. So, hey. So she said that she ain't sent them no money. Now she got 2 children that she got to take care of, but she said she ain't sent them a dime or nothing like that. They just talk on the phone. She ain't been to see him or nothing. So yeah, she let us know that she was once a stripper. I guess maybe she stopped when she had kids and stuff. So Alexis said that she met Julius through his sister, because his sister and her are good friends. So I think one time he called and stuff like that or whatever, and she was like, "Oh, he sounds good. You should talk to him." So they did. So he said that he going to live with Alexis, but Alexis done been through her own hurt. She was with a dude and he cheated on her, and I think that she had got pregnant by him, but she ended up losing the baby. And that was devastating for her. She said that she got very low self-esteem issues. She's insecure about her body. I think that she had gained some weight and everything. So yeah, she insecure about her body. So Ashley is in the sex store. And so she looking for stuff that she can, because Julius coming home. So she with her friends and her friends. You seen that part, baby.
Mm-hmm.
So she with her friends and stuff. And so she's just like, oh, but her friends was like, I don't know. I don't know if he gonna be the one. Seem like he gonna hurt your feelings, So her friends is not sure about him. And so she was telling her friends she even got the name, tatted on him and all that stuff, whatever. So, but she was telling her friends that he said his mama picking him up. She not sure exactly when he gonna reach out. She gonna see him and stuff, but she want to because she got everything set up for him. But he started telling his story on how he kind of grew up. He got with the wrong people at 15. He started selling drugs and stuff like that. So he said he spent six years in jail. So. And he was saying Alexis was there for him, I guess, throughout that whole time and all that stuff, whatever. And so, he getting out, she got him a phone. But when he got out, he got his friends there. He got his brother-in-law there and he got one of his other friends. So she feels some type of way because she was like, listen, I'm not trying to pick you up with nobody else. It's supposed to just be me and you. But, he invited his friends to pick him up and, he was like, listen, we finna go eat. You gonna trail us? And she was pissed off. That was the first time she ever met him and she was pissed off. You got something you want to say?
Well, I can't be mad at Julius, not at all. You know, women, when you get with these guys, you gotta know what you're signing up for. And the dude, he just getting out. He got the right to kind of play the field, just until he found the right one. But yeah, Alexis, man, when you that thirsty, that's what happens. You get played.
Played.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So it seems as though, when they go to eat breakfast, they sit down and eat and stuff. Like, I think she said she didn't send him by $1,100, because these women be sending these men money.
Yeah, she bought him that cell phone, the same cell phone you called in what's her name? Ashley with.
Yep.
I was like, golly, man.
And he really saying that, he got a lot of women out there. So, he ain't trying to settle down for one. So he was just like, it is what it is, but he got to kind of keep this under wraps.
I don't blame him.
So as he go into the restroom, he called Ashley and said, listen, I'm out, I'm with my mama. That's okay, mama. He said, I'm with my mama and stuff. So, we're going to meet up later on. And so, Ashley on the other end with her friends. Oh, that's him. Ah! So she's trying to get all the balloons and get the room and all this stuff. She going to put on her sexy lingerie because she trying to get ready for Julius because he said he going to be with her.
See, if Ashley was smart and he said he was with his mom, Ashley said, "Oh, okay, put it on FaceTime so I can meet her and talk to her."
Especially if it's an iPhone.
Right, so, she didn't play it that way, but hey.
She want to know when she going to meet his mama. It seems as though, I think that time he called her, he may have called her one of them times, or he went out yet. She was still at home and she was in her room. And so she said, okay, I love you. And he didn't say, I love you. She was like, hold up. I'm sensing some kind of different energy. It seemed like things changed. So he ain't telling her he love her no more.
Yeah. See, you got played like a Nintendo 64. The point is, when the man said he was with mom, you never met the mom. Oh, yeah, let me meet your mom. Put it on FaceTime. Or put it on the phone. Let me speak to her. That's how you play it off, but you didn't do that. But, hey, Judah's young.
Yeah, he is.
Been
locked up for 6 years.
Yeah, so he's going to go out there and have his fun. Which, hey, I don't blame him. I would, too.
So he said that I wouldn't be stringing these women along.
Not like that. I always tell him straight up, I'm dating other women. You know what I'm saying? I would say that. But I thought he told Ashley he had other women.
Yeah, he said he had other women.
Okay.
Both of them. But no, he had them while he was locked up. Now, he ain't telling them that he got other women.
Well, the point is, if he got them when he's locked up, who said the women who said the women going I need Pimp E here. Who said the other women going to go away when he get out? He never said that. He said, I have a lot of female friends.
Right.
So them friends going to be around when he get out.
So it seems as though he'll be on parole for 3 years and he can't leave the state. So when he go to the bathroom, of course, he called Ashley and tell her that he out. But he told us that he said he don't know about Alexis because she too clingy. He don't like all that.
Yeah. Now, bro, if you want to play the field, you can't have nobody that's clinging around you. If they want to know your every move, and if they are clinging like that, you got to come loose because it's gonna ruin your game. You're gonna stop your game. So cut her loose because she's way too clinging. And when they clinging like that, they want to know your moves. When you're gonna call them, all that. You don't need that in your life right now, man. You trying to go out there and have fun.
So her friends was just saying, going back to Ashley, because we ain't really seen much of Alexis' friends, just her co-worker and stuff like that. But her co-worker was like, girl, when he get out and he ain't doing you right, just leave him to the curb. But her friends were just saying, I don't think Julius gonna show up. You
were right.
And so Julius called her while he about to get in the shower with Alexis, because Alexis like, we need to do it. We need to do some things or whatever. Because he see his nice new apartment that he gonna be staying in. Probably got to pay no rent, no bills, no nothing. Because we ain't talking about, I ain't heard them say nothing about him getting a job. So she gonna take care of this man, because this man promised her the world.
What these women was when I was growing up.
Have you ever been in jail? My point exactly. So anyway, so they said that, meanwhile, while he up there saying, Alexis saying, hey, I want him to put a baby. I can have his baby right now, honey.
Why are y'all so rushing to have these babies knowing this man might not be around? And when you have these babies, now you're a single mama. Now you're a baby mama. Okay. And, why do and to me, Alexis, like she has a promising
she do.
future.
Like it,
you know what I'm saying?
She got her own place.
Right. So why risk that to have a baby knowing this man he won't be around?
And then Ashley got 2 children already.
She most definitely don't even have no more babies right now. She's just a waitress too. Mm-hmm. So no, man, y'all need to stop all this. Ooh, he need to put a baby in me so I can lock him down. No, having a baby don't mean this man's gonna be staying with me
at all. It don't guarantee that. It don't guarantee that man gonna stick with you.
And when they say that to me is the most frustrating thing a woman could say. Same way with guys. She looks so fine. I want to put a baby in her, so she ain't going nowhere. So we gonna always have that connection there.
So as they was getting ready to take a shower together, he calls Ashley. And she like a little kid. Oh, this him. I'm like, girl, Ashley, you is how old? Acting like that, 31 years. Oh, this him.
Yeah, like he was a rock star.
Right. And so anyway, he calls her and said, listen, she was like, I got everything together. He said, I ain't gonna be able to see you tonight. Why? He was like, I'm with my mama and stuff like that. We got to do stuff. I said, ooh, Alexis is the mama. So we got to do stuff. We got to go here and stuff. So I'm being my family. So I ain't gonna be. And the friends wanted to say, I told you so. But so she was just like, so she.
If I did that, you think I was a bad friend? If I say I told you so.
No.
Okay.
I mean, no, but they didn't say that. But that's the way
they should have said, ooh, I told you. Stop being stupid.
No, they ain't no bad friend because they sitting up there, get it, friend. So let me tell you, that's a bad friend. So anyway, so she hung up in his face. And then he called right back. This nut answered the phone. I was like, what's the point of hanging up, honey? So anyway, so she hung up and he called right back. And then so she answered the phone and he was like, listen, we can see each other tomorrow. You want to do it or not? That's basically what he was talking to her. He want to apologize for that. This dude done got out. He got options. And he told the camera, he said, I got options. Like, I got all these women. And let me tell you something, the women probably go crazy over his light eyes. Them eyes probably get him.
Yeah, the eyes, the hair,
You remember that inmate that they had his mug shot out.
Yeah, Marla now.
Yeah. I don't know what he is.
Yeah, he's Marla. They did a story on him like a month ago.
Them women wanted that man with them light eyes. Mm-hmm. They did. Folk were saying, I don't care what he did. I want him. I don't care what he did.
Apparently the Marla agency wanted him too.
But he had a woman at that time too, mm-hmm. I think. And so, but yeah, so them women, so he already know he can get probably any woman he want.
Not any woman.
I said probably any woman.
Not any woman.
I ain't say any woman.
He might he probably get the thirsty, desperate women. Women that got some kind of class in themselves, they're not gonna go for that.
Child, they be wanting the thugs too. So anyway,
I hope not. That means they ain't matured enough.
Yeah, I ain't saying, but anyway, so he was just like, listen, this your only option. You gonna see me tomorrow or not?
Yes, what time? Okay. I said, man. See, that's why if I was her friend, I said, I told you, and she was saying, yeah, so why you doing that? Tell that man no.
Right.
Then like you said.
He go to friends. She said, well,
get dressed.
Yeah, just take a sexy picture, let him know, because whoever he with, then this gonna pop up. That's right. He should go, oh, that be.
I said, if all her friends, please tell her, hey, baby, that pose right there, that ain't working.
What you got on ain't working. Ain't working. Shorts with your little. You
need a spank. But hey, you got some friends, they gonna hype you up. They gonna hype you
up. I said, go. They were like, go best friend. So yeah, that was them. But anyway, so yeah, that's how it went off, y'all. This was episode 3. We'll do episode 4 next Friday or Saturday.
And Pimp E will be back for the episode 4.
No, he won't. I promise you.
He'll be back.
Miss you. First of all, he ain't gonna even remember. Y'all know, child, he ain't gonna remember what he did last Friday. So on that note, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here because I am hungry and I am hot and hungry. This is not a good combination. I'm literally sweating up here. So if that's it, I forgot what I was going to say.
And always put God first.
That's it. Yeah, don't
Deuces.
forget to go with God and let God go with you. Deuces.
Hey.